Be right back. All right. Hey, Zach, I know you're mad at me. I did text Clyde, Zach. I also couldn't seem to download the image and find it in my upload image thing, so I had to go with an older one. But we are heading out of my sister's, and we are going to be... Yeah, making sure I still have all my protective gear here. All right, got this. I got a little bit of that. Maybe we'll look at a few palm or two on the way back. Just make sure I don't hit anyone that's... Hey, James, what's up? I still have one extra large, James, if you still wanted that. I didn't know. You cut off mid-sentence last night. That's okay, though. I know it was late. Yeah, hopefully now it comes on. 51 degrees. Sounds cold. '86, that's a little bit better. Ideally, like 82 degrees Fahrenheit or about 27 Celsius is probably like the best in my opinion. Like for all palms. Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit around 90 tomorrow here too, and I'm looking forward to it. I like the 80 at night. I like hot summers. I used to, you know, the fun part about like Florida in the summer is that the nighttime is awesome. Like it's always like the low 80s. You know, it's like I would go out and play poker late night, and I'd come out and I used to smoke cigarettes, and you know, you get out of the air conditioning and it just felt so much nicer. They keep the AC blasting in casinos because it keeps people awake and still gambling, so the poker rooms like that too. Like in Tampa and that sort of thing. I'm completely out of soda. Well, not completely out. I got like half a case left. Just tastes so good. So my mom, I watched Jeopardy and watched that guy James Holzhauser beast it again. I don't know what else to call it, man. I can't call it pop. I can't. My grandmother called it soda because she's from New York. Yeah, sorry, it's soda, man. It's like not calling a car a car. It's like you need to call or not calling gas petrol in the U.S. Like, yeah, Coke is a popular way to say it too. People would ask me if I had any pop in my house, and I'd be like, I don't know what that is. Fizzy drink. I wouldn't mind calling that. It sounds a little weird, but yeah. I usually just call it seltzer. Hey, Raw. What's going on, man? crack in a bottle. I don't know. I think there's. I don't think. Enjoying the ride? Cool. Glad to hear that. We are in Venice right now. We're coming into the south end of town. And right here is where 41. This is where it's jogging south. And it takes a. Oh, I'm sorry. Then it jogs east for about 20 miles. Crosses over the river. Then in Punta Gorda heads south again. What's my favorite pop? When I actually want to drink real soda with sugar in it, I like Mexican Cokes. Like I don't like. I mean, Coke is good. I don't like Pepsi nearly as much. I call it the bathroom, but restroom is just kind of like been in like an old. I guess it's more of an old school way of saying it. It's more proper. Jarritos is good. I don't drink a lot of sugary drinks because it makes my teeth hurt. The clear pops. I will usually just drink seltzer, Diet Mountain Dew. Hey, Chris, what's going on? But the Macrostropolis. Someone tried to sell me a Macrostropolis not too long ago. It was expensive, like $800 for a 4-inch plant. I was like, nah, that's too much. It is too much for a Macrostropolis. OVs. Yeah, Uganda, and South Sudan, which is not a very easy country to get to. They actually pup really well. And the thing about Macrostropolis and a lot of the northernmost encephaloardos, the ones that grow in South Sudan, Uganda, a lot of them are deciduous and they'll lose all their leaves and they'll flush a new set. But they're really cool. There's Septentrionalis, there's Mackenzii, there's Macrostropolis, and there's another species that they just named. My buddy actually went there. But yeah, my favorite soda, I would say, is probably Mexican Coke. Otherwise, I just drink Diet Coke just for the caffeine. Or I drink Diet Mountain Dew, but it's got a lot of. Bowenia I like, but the problem is it gets scale like Psychus does. And mealy bugs. I like my coffee like I like my cocaine, 100% Colombian. You guys can see each other now. I usually will drink, as far as like caffeine, I usually tend to drink coffee, but yeah, it might be, Clyde, it might be something on your end that you can't see. 12 to 16 cups, man. I could drink I used to be able to drink like maybe 4 or 5, but especially playing poker. Yeah, I imagine they were confused. Oh, okay. Little known fact about Venice. Yeah, it definitely probably isn't. I will drink like regular coffee, but I also will buy like. My dad likes to buy me coffee on Amazon and whole beans, so I was like, Dad, I don't have a grinder, so he bought me a grinder too, like a real nice one from Cuisinart. You don't like coffee at all? I am on 41 South, just out between Venice and Northport. You know, where there's, if I'm just drinking coffee for the caffeine, I buy whatever's buy one get one free at Publix. I think it was Community Coffee this time. They have a 50% decaf one, so I could drink a few more cups. I like coffee for the laxative element in it. This guy's elderly person. Yeah, Bi-Mart. We don't have that here yet. We have Publix. Publix, and then a few Winn-Dixies, and then some like then you have like the fruity stores like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, which I actually like. Yeah. I actually have my own cold brew set up with a strainer and a mason jar, and I ended up selling it because I stopped using it. It's actually a really cool way to make cheap coffee that's really easy to sip on. Try some cold brew, man. It'll kick you in the nuts, I'll tell you. I actually stopped drinking it not because of the put another shrimp on the bobby. Getting tailgated again. This is like the worst intersection for me. Yeah, the Royals are lit up. It's kind of like an entrance to Venice in a way. They put these up here about 12 years ago. There was nothing here back in the day. This used to be a 2-lane road back in the 70s, and it was the only road to get to, like, say, Miami. So this guy was tailgating me. I just want to see who's actually just wanted to tailgate someone or actually wants to go faster. Yeah, damn, what do they call, like, Coke? Like, what do they call soda? Like, carbonated drinks in Australia? Like, what's the slang name for them? Coffee with Sambuca, yeah. Yeah, so I know it's soda in California and most of the West Coast. There's actually maps you can look at online. Yeah, I figured it was pop in Ontario. There's maps online you can check out. I like to get a gauge of who decides to ride my ass. It shows where they call soda what, like if it's called soda or Coke or pop. Oh yeah, I think everyone here's tried Coca-Cola. I tried some stuff that was around before some of you guys were even born, like New Coke, Clear Tab. I actually will still buy Tab once in a while. Oh, really? So saying soda actually makes you stand out as an American in Canada? Playing cricket. All I know is you got to hit a ball with a bat, and there's the gates. I don't know how it works. What was it called again? People here. Pepsi. Yeah, I'm not a Pepsi person. I had a lot of friends on Long Island that like Pepsi because there's a big Pepsi plant out there. But like, I'd rather drink Diet Pepsi than drink Pepsi. That's how much I really don't like it. Come on. Yeah, I prefer coffee over soda too. As long as the coffee tastes all right. I like my coffee. Well, everybody's all over the road here. I don't get it. That guy was kind of out of the road. This person gets in the turn lane for a bit. Yeah, that's why I actually like the Mexican Cokes better, because it's made from cane sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. It's actually raining now. Not hard, but every day I'm drizzling. Yeah, birch beer. I actually like ginger beer a lot, especially when it's real spicy. Like when it makes you sweat when you take a sip. I like that. It's hard to find too. I have this ginger beer I bought at the ABC store, and it's made by Stoli, or Stolichnaya, as you guys know. And it was kind of it was too mild for me. I actually still have one in the fridge. Bud Light, a few ginger rhizomes. Yeah, it's hard to. Sometimes you won't find ginger in every grocery store. I mean, I would buy ginger root and add it to, like, I used to make these smoothies with I have one of those Ninja bullet things. I got it. It was a good deal. I don't know. I don't really use it anymore. After I got a shitty blood pressure reading, I decided to eat kind of healthy, lost a little bit of weight. See this, the bug, I don't know if it's just the bug matter that's left over or it's the bad windshield wipers, but it's all streaky. So you guys see that? It kind of sucks. It's as bad as it looks. The bugs will eat away at the rubber on the windshield wipers too. That looks like it's kind of toning down here. Yeah, ginger. Oh, ginger. I gotcha. Not ginger root, but I have not tried growing ginger. I have tried Pepsi Clear. I've tried almost every soda you can think of. Or pop or Coke or whatever you want to call it. Come on, give me the green. What's up with this? Look at how bad it looks out here. Come on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Not much. Actually a lot better on the screen. Royal Canadian Cold. Yeah, I like trying those out too. I like putting lime in my Coke. It's starting to rain a little bit harder here now. Looks like it already has rained hard here. Ah, crap. Yeah, mixing cola and alcohol. I don't know. Like there used to be that B to the E stuff. Budweiser would make. It's like an energy drink with beer in it, or beer with an energy drink. I don't know if they outlawed that or what happened to it. Yeah, these cops here think they're real cheeky. Northport police, back in the '80s when they first got given, like, you know, official city status in their 70s, a lot of drugs were run along 75 here, and it used to end in Venice until they extended it. And the cops here were actually, some were busted for, like, just basically just stealing the drugs off the mules. You hate liquor. You're Canadian that hates liquor? Datura tea? I've never heard of it. I'm willing to try it as long as it's like not. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Raw. What's this good for Northport? I don't know about. In Dillon, somewhere on the way, somewhere between Chicago and this area here, he's probably somewhere in Georgia right now. Cola beers like cola ginger ale, huh? It's like really fizzy. Yeah, root beer floats are good. Oh, Jack Daniels and you're not. The thing about I've tried whiskey and Red Bull. Two things. One, it doesn't taste that bad. In fact, it makes the Red Bull taste better because Red Bull has that medicine-y taste about it. And two, you can't really taste the whiskey either. It's kind of weird. At least when I tried it. I tried Red Bull 151, which is like basically like a legal version of speedballing, and I don't recommend it. Because your body's like feeling down, then it like kicks back up, and it's not good. I have an open lane here. Come on, let me just blow right through here. At least it's cooled it down a bit. Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm glad you're not going to give it to me then. 4 Rolling Rocks. They are cheap. Oh, okay. I decided I didn't want to wait any longer. So I'm with me. They don't ban caffeine, but they will ban certain drinks that are shown to cause issues because of the caffeine. I don't know what the rules are on caffeine. I know that, caffeine pills are legal here in the US. Palms are addicting because I believe that they actually create endorphins in the brain. Hey, Mercury, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? I don't know why we didn't get a green light. And I think it actually creates like a nostalgic endorphin induced sort of thing that wants us to learn to have more and learn more. That's what I feel like it does for me. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, construction, but no, honestly, Michael, I've been there. Especially if you have good water in your town. Like Miami has really good city water. It's not bad. Yeah, sidecats can be even more addictive. I've actually seen people go broke buying sidecats. I've seen people who make like $150,000 US dollars a year go broke buying sidecats. Best part about Florida rain is that it doesn't last all day long. Most days. Some days it can be that way, but yeah, I feel the same way. I'm actually selling a couple of things that I didn't think I ever would sell, but I'm keeping the Adelaide Calenda. I got to pot up into a 45 gallon. Chris, that can be a hard thing to do, you know? I mean, palms can be anything from, reminiscence of a tropical area to, the personal feeling of, loving the color to an investment. I got a bunch of new seeds in, too. I got Becario Phoenix Fenestralis. That is the window version of Becario Phoenix. what they originally would call Madagascariensis. You want a Macrozema morii? You like them big and blue? Yeah, I'm glad it was the world's longest yellow light too. Well, I'll tell you this: I was going to get a bunch of Hemithrynax seed, and then it fell through. I've had a bunch, and I can probably get you some if you want. Makes me feel even worse because that deal fell through today. But I have Becarophoenix fenestralis. I have Dipsis nauseosa. I have Copernicia hospida seed. I have Copernicia baileyana seed. I have Dipsis species Slick Willy, also known as species BEF. It's actually better for cooler climates. I have what else is there? Euterpe oleracea, the acai palm. Oh no, it's fine. It's gonna be a while to the stream ends. It's what, 26 minutes in. By the time I get food and everything, it's probably gonna be at least another hour. We got 13 people watching. Maybe it'll go up. Maybe it'll go a little down. Who knows? I think we're gonna go to Culver's because I'm gonna make it to Culver's in time. I was gonna go to Wawa because I didn't think I was gonna make it. I wish there was a Mongolian grill around here. Yeah, that two-piece cod dinner. It's honestly better than a lot of the fish and chips I get like at restaurants where you pay more money. You pay like $14.99 for it. R.I.P. Christmas. Yeah, I got all those seeds extremely fresh. I have Lickawalla orbicularis seed. I have Lickawalla cordata, the split leaf variety. I have Penanga aristata, which is like a stained glass window, new leaf. It's pretty cool. Yeah, man, I've got the bee. Yeah, I got Slick Willy. I've got Nauseosa. And the Becarophoenix. They're all going to be around the same price. I sold the last of my Medemias. $120 for a banana. Oh, Dan, yeah, your package is on its way. I have Livistona Decora. I have Gausia Gomez Pompey too. I have what else do I have some seed of? I still have a few Latanias, although they're germinating now. I still have the mutated form of the African oil palm for sale, and I have seedlings. This might come as a surprise to many of you, but one of my favorite, and Clyde, yeah, I enjoy red meat too. I just don't like. I like to get it on sale when it's like $14.99. I don't like eating cheap red meat. I kind of like ribeyes, porterhouse, T-bone, New York strip. I don't like having to like work a meat up to kind of make it taste better. I mean, I don't if the marinade's good, but yeah. What was I gonna say? I've got a free lunch waiting for me at the Thai place for trading those lychees. Yeah, prime rib is delicious. Pulled pork, mojo style. Publix has a version of it, but it's kind of just like a big mass of fatty material. I'm not a fan of it. I think when Publix tries to do certain things, they don't work out as well. Like their bakery items that are kind of like Cuban oriented, or like their guava cream cheese pastries are not that good. Palm frond salad sounds a little bit too fibrous for me. Yeah, to give you an idea of like the fruit trees that I get around here, I can get, one that's about 4 feet tall planted. Like avocados are about $30, and then I'm sorry, mangoes are about $30. Avocados are 35 to 40. So are lychees. I can get breadfruit. I can get mame sapote, black sapote, sapodilla. What else can I get? Guavas, white and red. Passion fruit vines. Dates are pretty good. I don't know about adding sawgrass to a salad. I haven't been in those circumstances where I've needed to do that. I'm sure it is edible. I'm sure, but I bet it's one of the things that you can eat it, yes, but would you want to eat it? No. Also, soon I'll have Adelaia Brezhinoensis. I'll have, which are massive seeds the size bigger than your fist. I will also have, is that a fucking spider? Shit, look at that. Or is that a stink bug? It's some kind of stink bug. That's what was fucking crawling on me. I don't know if you guys can see that in the picture. Just crawling up the windshield now. The inside that car. What other seed do I have? Arenga angleri. Roystonia borancana, which is a Puerto Rican royal. Yeah, there used to be white guava trees that all over the property I used to work on. They tore them all down to make place for palms. It kind of sucked because they were like, but lychees are one of my favorites. I can get, longans, rambutans. Rambutan's a little bit harder to get a hold of, but rambutans are basically like hairy lychees. Just cruising. Yeah, they make the toddy from Borassus. You can make it from a couple other palms like Arenga's sugar palm. You can ferment that. You can eat the peach palm, Bactris gaseopes. It doesn't taste that good. Tectophiala ferox, man. That's my oh, we got it. Hey Mike, what's up? I saw a different color and I thought it was someone. Yeah. And you gotta realize that all phoenix species only have thorns, only have armament on like the first third of the leaf. So if you don't get into the crown area, you should be okay. But yeah, Chris, Tectophiala ferox is like the unicorn of palms that I can't make that. I'm not gonna. There's a cop there. I'm gonna get pulled over. Man, that thing makes I mean, it's not like a bad. It makes quite a pronounced shift. Yeah, durian fruit. Are you talking about, Dan? Oh, the other stuff. This fucking bug needs to get the fuck out of here. Sorry. Bye, General. I would love to get a GMC Sierra 1500. It's a 40. The one I want is 45 grand, which is about like $12,000 more than I paid for this. But I don't really need a big truck. I mean, getting back-to-back lights. This is not cool. Yeah, Tectophiala. I've talked to multiple people about it. It's just the only time I've ever been offered seed. It was $80 each, and I wasn't in a position to pay that kind of money. This is like over 10 years ago. There's only about a dozen plants in cultivation, and there are goats or sheep that eat all the fruit. Yeah, I don't really like. I mean, I prefer just GMC when it comes to like trucks. Like for some reason, I just don't like Chevy. I don't know. It could be just be the badging. I don't know what to say, but I'd still take it. Like if I was given the option of a Ridgeline or like a diesel Duramax, I would take the Duramax, but at the same price point. But with the prices where they are, like a 2100 GMC Sierra Duramax is going to run like $60,000 plus. Diesel. Diesel. In German, that's going to be pronounced like a Z. Diesel. I'm not saying I don't like Chevy. I would still get the Chevy. I would still get a Silverado 2500. But yeah, the Denali, that sounds about right. That's probably about 80,000 US, which is about what it would cost here. Ooh, Transfieldia micranthum. Now that's a fairly rare palm. I remember it was around about 10 years ago again, and then some were just, they're around, but no one's really has asked for them in a while. They're beautiful. They're like little heterospace. It used to be, that actually used to be heterospace micranthum. Now it's Transfieldia micranthum. They actually took it from a female species to a neutral species, because if it was male, it'd be Transfieldia micranthus. There you go, Chris. I encourage everyone to get to it. There's a festival this summer on that. That sounds pretty cool. We don't even have one planned yet in Florida. Usually the summer one is the least visited one. The problem with my situation in going to palm meetings is that I'm a lifetime member of the South Florida Palm Society, but their meetings are on Monday nights at Fairchild, which is 3.5 hours away, door to door from my house. The Central Florida Palm Society has meetings all over Central Florida, but if they're in Sarasota, they're an hour and a half away. If they are in Tampa, they're 2 hours and 15 minutes away. If they're in Orlando, they're 3 hours away, and if they're in Melbourne, they're going to be closer to 4 hours away. So I really need to kind of start a society for like Fort Myers, Naples, Charlotte County, maybe inland to there isn't a whole lot else inland, but the dawn of Dactylifera capo. Oh, what part of Nevada do you go to, Clyde? Well, you go to like Winnemucca area or Elko, Winnemucca. My dad's ridden bicycles through there in the middle of summer. Tree with smaller. Interesting, pineapple. I was gonna show you guys a queen. Okay, I love to go by there just because it's so remote. I think I'd really enjoy it. Then I'd head further south down to Vegas. That's a long drive. That's like 9 or 10 hours. Little mini city line here at Punta Gorda. Oh yeah, the legal brothels up there in northern Nevada too. Oh, I know. Reno definitely has some. The only reason I would go to Vegas is for the poker aspect of it. Reno has some poker, but it's not nearly as good as the action in Vegas. And that's just because of historically speaking. I don't think I like Vegas. Like, even though it has great nightlife, I'm not a person to go and spend a lot of money on like a restaurant. Like, I'm not going to spend $200 a person on food. I'm not that much of a baller. I mean, maybe once, but it'd have to be pretty damn weird. Like, it had to be something I couldn't get anywhere else. I'm not spending $100 on a truffle pizza or a truffle hamburger. Yeah, it is a gamble, man. Like, for example, I gotta spend, I gotta cut a check tomorrow for, I mean, as long as they're still on, I gotta write up a contract and everything, cutting a check for a significant amount of money for these two Baileys I'm digging. I gotta wait 4 months to get them out of the ground. Hope they don't die. And hope they properly regenerate, and then sell them. And hopefully it pays off. Those Baileys go for about $10,000 each. So I don't know, Zach. What position would you want? You want to be the head of loss prevention? The janitor. That sounds like a fun job. The northern rep. I know. I feel like I'm missing out on a market up there. I had a guy from Ontario contact me once. I don't remember his name. I had to look it up under my business name. It'd be like from 2016 at least. But he was like asking about buying palms. Then he started like asking about how to buy palms cheaper and where to go. And it was clear like he just wanted to glean information off of me for as cheaply as possible. And as much as I like to be free and helpful to everyone on here, which I have no problem doing, someone who's in the business of profiting from palms and wants me to give them information is going to also pay for that information. I'll tell you this, I didn't get into the palms because of the millionaire lifestyle, because there isn't one. I did it because I enjoy it. $8 gallon Fortunii. The thing is, there's so many places pumping out like thousands of Fortunii and Wagnerianus. Like, I've shied away from that, and I've gone more towards like just Cuban stuff. Yeah, I think his name was Daryl. Contact him. That sounds familiar. I don't want to like put someone on blast, but I'm just saying that his name might have been Daryl. He seemed like a nice person. He just said, I felt like he was asking, he wasn't buying anything, but he was asking a lot of stuff about like the business that I felt was, he was asking me where to go to buy like palms and where to get things cheap. And I had things I could have offered him, and he didn't. It's kind of like going to, it's like going to a mechanic shop and, being like, who's the best worker on like Audis? And you're like, well, I can work on your Audi for you. And he's like, well, who's the best one? And it's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. For what it's worth, he seemed like a nice guy otherwise. Yeah, that's where I can't, I have better connections for uncommon plants. I can grow 10,000 Waggies, but I got to put them somewhere. Yeah, no problem. And I don't want to say anything more about him like that would be, I basically consider, it's just other than my experiences with him. I don't have anything otherwise bad to say about him. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like around here, I'll give you an idea of like what palms go for. If I want to get a coconut wholesale, 7 gallons, I'll get like 30 to 35 bucks for them. And it's a pretty strong market right now. I see them go for 50. But I've also seen them as cheap as like $20 in Homestead. And those are like big, those are like 7 feet planted. The Waggies I've seen in Central Florida have gone for about $15 to $20 for a 3-gallon. Barely coming up now. Yeah. Oh, I got 15 people on the stream. I want to make sure I have this. Okay, just making sure I still like plenty of power on the phone. I don't want just killing, going out on me. All right, let me see what I want to do here because I gotta go. I'm gonna pull in here real quick. I was gonna get screwed anyway. I've got to go get Ashley a pack of cigarettes. I've also bought Ashley like $200 or $300 worth of vaping devices and liquids, and it's like I don't like them. I'll be right back, guys. Just go there, just get cigarettes. God damn it. Right. Yeah, there is a lot of smoking in Florida. When I met Ashley, she would smoke a couple cigarettes a day, and then things just kind of. I'm just trying. Hey, Jake, what's going on? Homestead, Florida, Clyde. Oh, yeah. Hey, Raw, you're in Kendall, right near where I used to live. I stress her out. Clyde, I'll tell you some stories if you want. I used to live at the corner of. I actually lived in Pinecrest, technically, barely, at the corner of Ludlam and Kendall. So like 88th Street and 67th Ave. And I do a lot of business right near Miller Place in Kendale Lake area. And also Redland. But, alright. We got a green light. This time around. I go this way because otherwise it's a little hard to get to Culver's the other way around. Glad everyone could come on tonight. Thanks for watching. Oh, you live right there at the end. Okay. Yeah, I do. Raw, if you want to take a cool look, when you're passing around like the 124, if you're heading west from the turnpike on Miller, on the right-hand side, when you start hitting horse country, look for a big gated property. Right there around like the 12400 block. If you know of that place. Yeah, man. Thanks for showing up. Hey, David, what's up? David said you went to Steve. I haven't seen Steve in a long time. I know he's getting up there in age. He's got some cool stuff, and he's a generally nice guy. He tends to be a little bit on the pricey side, but if it's well grown and you want it and like it, I mean, hey. Raw, you know Miller Place there at 137 at Miller. I actually used to stay overnight there at that farm there, and all the restaurants I basically go out to eat were right in that area just because I was always working. Used to go to that Rice House, the kebab that closed down there at Miller Place. Hit up the Public Sabor, which I don't think a lot of people know about here. There's actually in Miami and a few other areas, there are basically Latin themed Publix that have some, they have like a little place where you can get like pastries and coffee out front. Lidocarium, yeah. If you want to go down to Miami next time, let me know. I can kind of point you in some directions where you might be able to find some cheaper plants. I know he does kind of get top dollar for his stuff, but it's usually well grown because usually he gets someone wholesaler grow it really well and then he'll sell it. And I mean, there's something wrong with that. I mean, it's the way business works, but. You guys want to hear a cool story about Richard? I mean, not Richard, Steve. I'm thinking of a different person that's no longer with us, but Steve actually used to be a shoe salesman, and his family owned after World War II, his family fled Germany. He's Jewish. The U.S. actually wouldn't take him in, or his family in, so they went to Haiti. And they started a shoemaking factory for designer Italian shoes. And so he used to be a shoe salesman before he was in the plants. There's someone walking along the road here. That's just cycling or something. Yeah, walking along the road on this road is a bad idea. They had to go to the adult video store, which is now closed. Yeah, in Miami is just a real haven to get plants. Around here, you really have to kind of search for stuff. I wish I could offer more. I wish I had the land to do that with. I just don't have the kind of capital to work with. I just don't know. I mean, I would love to kind of like run like a larger scale nursery, but I think that I was put on the earth to use my brain more than I was to use my hands. I'm not saying that I don't like using my hands and potting up plants and watching flowers and picking, seeds. Yeah, I think that's what might have happened there, David. He's got a really cool, like his house is kind of like, it's got that old Dade County house set up. I really like that wraparound porch he has. It's been so long since I've seen him. Oh yeah, speaking of, reminds me, I still have a ton of lipstick seed too. Serious statues if anyone wants any. Now's the time of the year to grow it. They like it hot and wet. Not even going to speed limit here. This road's kind of old. It hasn't been paved since probably the 80s. scheduled for a direct hit. Okay, man, I can do that, Clyde. I got your message. Sounds fair. Just send me an address. David, it's a good question. Yes and no. I don't own them now, but at some point in the past, they were all mine, either in seed or seedling form. Last day of school, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping so, Bobby. Mine haven't popped either, and mine sits. Mine gets 90 degrees at least every day because it's sitting in a closed bin. Yeah, when I graduated from high school in New York, I didn't get out till June 30th. That's mostly because summer doesn't really start in New York until like July 4th. I mean, yeah, Memorial Day kind of signifies the starting of summer, but that's awesome. Well, that's great. They're germinating, got leaves coming up. It's weird. We're by the landfill now, but because of rain, I don't think there's not much stink in the air, thankfully. Yeah, and when I went to school in Virginia, New York. Yeah, Virginia and New York. And in Virginia, school would start around Labor Day and end around Memorial Day. That was a private school in Virginia. Then public school in New York started around Labor Day as well, maybe a week later, but then would end at the end of June. We had a lot more holidays. We had 2 spring breaks. One in February, we had a February and an April break. Okay, so like a week before Memorial Day. Yeah, because this coming weekend is Memorial Day weekend, isn't it? Yeah. All right, so I gotta reduce my speed here. May 24th. What's today, Monday? Kind of the top edge of North Fort Myers. Yeah, David, there used to be a Zach 17, but there used to be I don't know if he still watches, but Ashley's daughter will watch. She's gonna be 13. Geez, what's today? The 21st in 2 days. But I'd like to make a summer trip to the southeast. Like, I'd like to be able to hit up like Jacksonville, then maybe like Atlanta, maybe up into Tennessee, or then kind of come around maybe over the Appalachians to like North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and then maybe go up to Vermont. It all depends on. There's a lot of variables that I can't really explain at the moment, but will become apparent, I guess, when the time is clearer. want to see, because we got a little bit of time. Yeah, I'd like to take some back roads up from Mississippi, northern Mississippi, Alabama. My dad has a friend in Rainbow City, Alabama, I could stay at. The biggest expense besides gas is really just hotels. Oh, you did, Chris? I didn't get a notification or anything on Facebook, but. And I remember when we were like both in our like early to mid 20s. Be 47. I'll be. You don't look it, David. I'll be 38 in October. Fort Myers taller than the F. What do you mean? Oh, I don't know, Zach. It's hard for me to really tell that. I'm gonna find a way. Let's see if we can do it now, because during the day, I think it's actually more dangerous to try this out. And I don't care if a cop comes over and asks me what I'm doing, because I'm not doing anything wrong. It's nice and cool out. I have a few minutes before Culver's closes. I'm gonna see if I can find a place where I can pull off and show you guys what I've been wanting to. That damn stink bug is still in the windshield. Let me see if I can't find a way to get to. There's nowhere to really, unless I pull over on the sidewalk, which is kind of sketchy. This thing, even though it has road tires on it, is surprisingly good off-road. Alright, so here. Oh man, 47 is not old to me. Yeah, in Quebec. Well, 19 in Ontario, right? Alright, so I don't want to break this guy, but there's some things I want to show you here. You can't really see. I guess you can see those cycads there, right on the left-hand side. Let me see if I can't find a place to pull over here. Just trying to find anywhere that. Oh shit. I'm going way too slow. I didn't. No, they're actually gratis. I think most of them look like gratis. Let me see how far it is from this place. Let's see if I'm gonna take a little look here. How far I'd have to walk. Hold on. Oh, I can park in the. You know, I'd rather do it during the day when you guys can see more of it. At nighttime, that way I can legitimately, like, the median's pretty wide. So let me see what I can do during the day next time. I'll remember to park here at the bagel factory. Maybe on a cloudy day where it's not 90 and I can't, because it's a solid 200 yards and it's going to be 5-10 minutes of walking there each way. But yeah, there's a lot. They've been, you know, they all have got a couple feet of trunk now. I mean, they could be bigger, but you know, they're just not giving fertilizer, just kind of irrigation. They don't really need the irrigation, but. You can drink on base at 18 in the Navy. That's cool. I'm glad they do that. I just think American drinking age is kind of ridiculous. I think it actually creates more drinking problems than if it is 21. go to jail for some weird stuff in Tennessee. And then you can also do a lot of things in Tennessee that you should go to jail for, but you don't. There's one option I wish this car had. It was like the automatic bright lights and turning them off, like sensors for that. I don't need adaptive cruise control or anything. I just want to. I've never really been through this area of the Cape besides this Del Prado. Like over here, I don't know what's in here. I just know there's some. I'm pretty sure there's like some clauses on like marrying very close relatives in Tennessee that are allowed that aren't allowed in Florida. Yeah, I mean, people are going to drink if they want to drink. I just find the more that you try and prohibit something, the more people are going to try and do it. Like, hence prohibition, one of the most failed. I don't even really drink, but is it highly legal? Well, I know it's legal in Kentucky and West Virginia, so Tennessee's a little bit better about that. I'll tell you one thing though. One place that kind of scares me a bit is like right in that North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia area, right where they all meet. I've talked to people who are from that area, and it's like impossible to understand what they're saying. I don't know if you guys like. I mean, they use a different like. I remember one time I was up there with my sister, and they were like, "Y'all's kin." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Y'all's kin." I'm like, "What? What? That's not even English." And they're like, "Oh, y'all brother and sister," and I'm like, "Yeah, we're related. They mean like they were saying, are you guys kin, meaning you guys related?" Yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, it's federally legal there in Canada. Here in Florida, you go to a doctor, you pay about 100 and like I don't know, $150. And they check your medical records and make sure that you have a reason for, like, if you're an athlete, they're not going to give you a medical marijuana. I mean, they might for pain, but like if you're an astronaut, they're not going to give it to you. And you get your card and you pay. It's like, I mean, Ashley has one. I don't. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like federally legal there. Marijuana is it is a capital crime in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. It's the devil's lettuce over there. As long as it's legal here and I don't have to pay state taxes, and I'm totally fine with that too. So that's one great thing about Florida. Do you really have them in pots by your pool? That'd be hilarious. I'd probably do that if it were federally legal. They actually look kind of nice. I mean, they're nice looking plants. There's one of those owls. I don't know if you guys saw that. Those owls are awesome. Some guy was driving. He had a Subaru WRX. He decided to drive over the property next to our house, and then through. He just couldn't bother to go around the corner and take the pavement to like across the street. So I gave him the old "Oi! What are you doing?" I mean, it's a protected area, and People are riding ATVs on the land. Yeah, it does, David. I know what you're talking about too. There's some other plant that grows in the Everglades. It's not native there, it just grows there. It looks kind of like a halfway between a papaya and a cannabis plant. It's very weird. But it's neither. It's just a weed. Right. That's the Wawa I normally go to. On our way to Culver's. There's always this spindles over here that they've always been kind of ratty. They've been there forever too, but the roots are all exposed and they don't get irrigated. Skunk cabbage. Oh yeah, I forgot. Everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of like cultural points of view on certain items, and it can vary within a nation and vary, nation to nation. It's funny, okay, see you later, James. Simplocarpus foidinus. What is that? Oh, skunk cabbage. Okay. I thought that was a name for, like, a Oregonian name for marijuana. The Golden Corral, $15, all you can get heartburn, cholesterol, heart disease, and diarrhea. Macrocemia morii is not easy to get these days. There used to be seed available, and now it's just not available. I can get Johnsonii, I can get communis, I can even get a bunch of the smaller Parasemias, but morii it's hard. They've really locked down the permit collecting on that. I actually got the opportunity to prune a morii that had 2 feet of wood with a chainsaw. I'm sorry, a sawzall. And man, those things will still stab you. The edges are quite sharp. Not quite as sharp as the Cephalardos needles, but they're sharper than you think they are, and sharper than they look. They're beautiful cycads. Probably my favorite Macrocemia. Everyone says, oh, Macrocemia McDonaldii, but I beg to differ. Morii has a better stature, but I knew that was going to happen too. I started letting off the gas and I screwed myself. All right, good night, Clyde. Talk to you soon. Yeah, those things are huge at Fairchild. I mean, they've got a Neovicia storkii with like 20 feet of wood. I remember I used to collect seed off that thing. That's the one thing I miss about Fairchild. When I worked there, after work, I could go and collect whatever seed I wanted. I had free reign. I could collect on a golf cart with pots, sit there and just trim up everything I wanted. Brassus seed, no problem. Neovicia seed, old man palm seed, Atalaya seed. Oh, someone's getting lit up. Oh, I thought he was turning around. So about an hour and 15 minutes. That's not bad. If I fly down 75, I can get, it's like an hour, but it's also more gas and more miles because you're getting worse gas mileage. I'm not in any rush. I don't really like 75. Yeah, it does look very palmy. well, it looks like we're in luck here. There's nobody here. I just want to check that for anything else that I may want. Nothing there.
Hello, thank you for choosing Culver's. What can I request for you today?
Sure. Could I get the two-piece cod dinner, please?
The two-piece cod dinner. Is fries and a coleslaw okay with that?
That's great.
Alright, would you like anything else?
That'll be it.
Alright, would you like any ketchup or salt packets in your bag?
No, it's okay.
Your total is going to be $11.49 at the window.
All right, thanks. Oh, Mike, yeah. I know you were asking about seed, but I didn't know if you wanted some seed as well. Sorry. Send me a message again, just so I remember. Yeah, there's naturalized bananas. Are you asking me? Yeah, Jake, there are some good macrozamias near you. Most of them are perazamias, which are the ones that don't form a trunk. Oh, I thought that was a girl there flirting with just two dudes. They might be flirting. Here we go. Oh. Mmm. I love the smell of diesel in the morning. Yeah, that's a good deal for gas though. I can't get it. I can get it for 253 here. It cost me about. That's really as far as he's moving. Nice. It cost me about 45 bucks to fill this thing up completely. I get about 360 miles out of it. Naturalized bananas to me, Zach. It's from you, from me, Zach. Yeah, man, check that out, Jake. If you see any cones or anything, I'd be interested in some seed and happily trade you some things. Send me a picture or two if you can. I might be able to send you that, Zach. I might be able to get a few cuts on that. I don't know if this guy goes. I'm just overwhelming diesel smell. That's the only reason. Normally I like the smell of diesel, but it's just like it's all I'm smelling right now. Surprised I've been waiting this long.
11.49. Thank you. There you go. There you are.
Yes, thank you.
All right, and you can just pull up just a little bit for me.
Sure,
okay?
no problem.
Thank you.
There goes that truck. Where are you talking about, Zach? Did I miss it? Oh, crawfish. Okay, yeah. Nice, David. Palm or yucca on the right is probably a palm. I don't see any. Oh wait, yeah, it's a hurricane cut palmetto growing out. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. People don't usually plant yuccas anymore. It's more of like an old school plant, honestly. That'd be good, man. I mean, Sable Miners, I don't see that as foreseen as a problem. That was fast.
All right.
All right,
Sure.
thank
You're
you.
welcome. Have a nice night.
Have a good one. Oh, nice and cold. There we go. What I don't understand is why my car has running LEDs, but the actual lights are just old school halogen. You can see a lot of these palms are hurricane cut because this. Look at that palmetto. That must have bent over in Irma. I don't remember that. Weird. They probably were. They were pretty new in Irma, this whole area, and they probably weren't rooted in. I'll simmer down now. So yeah, we are in the last few minutes of the broadcast. Yeah, Dan, I'm about a few minutes. I'm just heading home now with my cod dinner. I gotta really be a little more. I gotta eat a little bit healthier because I was eating very healthy, and I haven't gained any weight as of yet. But I'm sure it's a matter of time. Yeah, Camadarias just don't care, man. They're like the honey badger. Part of me wants to just go and see what happened with that car because it's pulled over in the road. He's in the median. It's kind of weird. I don't know why people do that. Here, I'll cut through here so you guys can see some Royals. I mean, not that it's anything special, but there's a lot of cars sitting with their lights on, kind of just hanging around. It's a little bit odd, but oh wait, there aren't even. Wait, no, there's foxtails over here. There are no Royals in this parking lot. A lot of oak trees, which is nice too. I ate that Rib City with my mom and Ashley back in. That would have been almost 3 years ago now. Tokyo Drift. I know. I wish we had more Tokyo Drift style cars. You know, the best one we have is probably the 370Z. We don't get the Skyline. There's some foxtails that aren't looking so hot. I would go down there, but I had to turn all the way back around. There's no other way out. There's a Japanese steakhouse I've never been to that open. There's some Royals. Sometimes my point of view is such that I don't remember that, you know, Royals are actually very cool palms. I mean, they are very cool palms, but I guess I take them for granted. So and that little mini golf place is all closed down now. So there we go. And all these people build these houses like literally right at the T stop, like, you know, like it just seems like a bad place. Like you're always gonna have traffic sitting right in front of your house. I guess if the price is right. I mean, it's good rental property. Yeah, they really do, and they actually kind of provide a similar, protection of concrete pillars. Like, let's say you didn't want someone to like crash into, like, say, a casino like and steal a bunch of stuff, or a convenience store. Plant 5 royals out front. No one's going to be able to crash anything through that. I mean, they could try. I have a picture of a Bentley that crashed into a Royal Memorial Day of '08, and the Royal had like a few scuffs on it, but the Bentley was total. Here's another cop. This is their revenue generating time of the night. Looks like it might actually be an accident, but I'm probably wrong. Nope, and it looks like it did rain here. Yeah, there's some moisture on the curb. 15 following. Yeah, it was a good night, man. It's weird. Some of the nights, like, I've had Saturday nights with like 4 people, and I've had Monday nights with 15 people. So I'll try and keep it this time of the night. But we are now heading home, and although figured there isn't a whole lot more to see, honestly. So it's quite cloudy. It's a beautiful 77 degrees though. Let's see if we can't hear a few of the owls cackling. David, I have some pictures of us from Palm Fest '07. Oh, a picture of you and a picture. There's a picture of you and there's a picture of me, not us together, but there are some, but it's not like it is in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. I think a lot of it's just because of the disconnect between like houses where it's more densely populated in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. But I've seen them around. I've seen them run into the canals and stuff. They like to hang out near, like, in the grass near water. I think if the houses were closer together and there was more ground cover, I mean, more like overhead canopy and stuff, they would be here. Still haven't taken that freaking playground that was chainsawed to pieces. Right. Yeah, Dan, if it's not let's close this real quick. If it's not in vermiculite or some sort of media, doesn't look wet, it looks dry, go ahead and soak them. Drop them in some water for like, those size seeds could take like 4 to 6 hours. Just let them soak like totally through, and then you'll be good to go. But yeah, let me make sure this. But yeah, I'm gonna head in there now. I'm sure Ashley wants her cigarettes as well, which are somewhere around here. There. Yeah, I will definitely. I'll send them to you on text. Actually, I gotta download them off of Photo Bucket first. They're from. I think there's one picture of you, and there's obviously a bunch of me, but just because I was taking, or someone was taking pictures of my camera. But yeah, Dan, thanks, and I'll see you guys soon, and I'll have a vlog uploaded tomorrow, most likely. So until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with the stream, Zach, Dan, David, Jake, Mike, and Clyde is gone now, but everyone else that was on. So thanks for watching, everyone. See you guys. Yeah, thanks, man. You took it easy as well, and I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty, have a good night or morning or afternoon, wherever you may be.